Hey guys, welcome to my second speed draw. I decided to do Cole this time. Cole is basically the biggest celebrity in the world, and all of his songs are in German. He's not very good at English, but I think that definitely adds to his charm. Even though he's a really big kind of stage presence, he's actually pretty shy in person. Like, I imagine him being extremely introverted, and he actually does prefer to spend a lot of his time in nature. He's kind of got like a green thumb, like he loves plants, he loves climbing trees and just like going to the beach and watching the waves hit the shore, which I think does stem from his species. I haven't really decided what his species is called. I want to call them hearth imps or earth imps, something similar to that. I would describe Cole as very kind-hearted. He's just very pure. He might be a little too pure to be, the biggest celebrity in the world. Just the complete opposite of his manager slash parental figure, Pin. He's basically the complete opposite of her. They have a very interesting dynamic. Even though he has like this kind of larger-than-life persona and this image on stage, he's actually pretty down to earth. He likes playing video games. He likes comedy movies. Definitely enjoys sweets, even though he's not really allowed to have them. He's the kind of kid that would sneak cookies every now and then, or like candy, and then he'll feel like really bad if he's caught eating them. The instrument that Cole uses is called a zither. It's a mixture between a zither and a guitar. I'm pretty sure a zither is a German instrument. I could be wrong, but I know it's like a string instrument. I actually imagine it having a very unique sound. Like, once the show comes out, I'm definitely going to commission a very specific sound for his instrument, where it's not quite a guitar, but it's also not like a ukulele, even though it looks like one. I want it to have like a very unique sound that's unique to him. Cole is actually really interesting because he spent his entire life as a celebrity. There's never really been a point in his life where he was just like a normal kid, just being raised by parents or anything like that. So Pin found him when he was around 5 years old, and he was actually covered in Cole. And he didn't speak very good English, so it's not like she could ask his name or ask where he came from or anything like that, but all she knew was that his singing voice was incredible. And she was struggling at the time, struggling to manage talents or like find new talents. So in a way, she kind of took advantage of that opportunity, said, oh my god, this kid needs to like be on stage. And ever since then, he's just been on stage. He's just been performing, making music. I was definitely inspired by teen heartthrobs, because I feel like that's not really much of a thing nowadays. Like One Direction, Justin Bieber. Back then, how we had those big like teenage boys that like all the girls wanted to date, or like all the girls wanted to know, and the boys wanted to be like them, but they were also kind of jealous of them, and they would be like, oh, whatever, like he's so uncool, but low-key they wanted to be in their place. Cole struggles a lot with anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety involved in his position. I mean, he always has to have this positive image. He has to present himself well in front of millions of people, and then not to mention his manager and all his stage crew and so many people that just really depend on him to always put on a good show. It's showbiz, I'm sure all of us can see how showbiz must be really stressful, especially for a teenager, someone his age who's still finding out who they are and, doesn't even know where he really came from, or doesn't even really know who he is outside of being a celebrity. Okay, who am I outside of this? Like, genuinely. One of my favorite relationships in the show is the relationship between Cole and Ollie. I posted a few times about Ollie on my Instagram. I've mentioned him in one of my previous videos, but just as a reminder, Ollie is the main photographer of the Academy. I do imagine that he's kind of like a part-time paparazzi, and that's kind of how him and Cole meet. I'm sure Ollie kind of sees Cole as just like some egotistical big celebrity who only really cares about fame and money, but he's definitely shocked to learn who Cole really is, in a good way, of course. Their relationship isn't very easy. Well, that's all I'll say for Cole today. Once again, I want to save some things for the show. I think it would be a lot more interesting that way. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and watching. Once again, let me know in the comments which character you would like to see next. So far, I think I want to go in the order of boy, girl, boy, girl. So my first one was Pandora. My second one is Cole. My third one will be a girl. I don't know who it's going to be yet. Give me some suggestions in the comments if you have any, and enjoy the rest of the speed draw.